Hello students, let's read the problem. And it says, the perimeter of the rectangle shown below is 48 feet. The length of the rectangle can be represented by 2x plus 5 and its width by x plus 1. What is the area of the rectangle in square feet? So what am I looking for? Well, I'm looking for the area of the rectangle. Is that right? So let's see if we remember the formula for that to begin with, right? So area for a rectangle is length times width. So I need to find the measurement for the length and the measurement for the width. Is that right? But I do notice right now that the length of my rectangle is represented with the expression 2x plus 5. And the width, it's represented with the expression x plus 1. So I need to do something else. But luckily for us, let's go back to the question. It says right here that the perimeter of the rectangle is right there. It's 48 feet. So that's very important for us because they're already telling you what should be the measurement if I was to do perimeter for that rectangle. Okay, so let's go back into my question then. So if I'm looking for the length, it will be represented with 2x plus 5. If I'm doing the width, it will be represented with x plus 1. Okay, so very important that we know who's representing what in my problem. So how about if we start with my formula for perimeter, right? So the perimeter for my rectangle, it's twice the length plus twice the width. Okay, so perimeter is given to us, so I can already substitute P for 48. So I am gonna write down 48, and yes, every measurement is in feet, just remember that. So I'm gonna continue. I am going to replace L with 2x plus 5, and I'm going to replace width with x plus 1. Okay, so look what I did. The length is being replaced with 2x plus 5, and my width is being replaced with x plus 1. Okay, so now let's go ahead and continue. If you notice, parentheses means multiplication. So I'm going to work on my distributive property. So I'm going to multiply 2 times 2x and 2 times 5. Okay, so what do I get? Well, 2 times 2x gives me 4x, and 2 times 5 gives me a 10. I'm going to move to the next parenthesis where I need to multiply 2x and 2 and 1, right? So 2 times x gives me 2x, and 2 times 1, it's 2. Okay? So what do I do next? Well, I need to combine like terms. Now remember, combining like terms means that they gotta have the same variable, which they do, 4x and 2x. Okay, so my 48, I'm still gonna bring it down. I am gonna combine 4x plus 2x, and I do get 6x, right? And 10 plus 2, I get a 12. So notice that right now my x's were combined and I ended up with only 6x, right? Well, I still need to eliminate the 12, which is a constant, so I am gonna subtract 12 on both sides. Okay, and I have 36 equals 6x because 12 and 12 goes to a 0, right? What is the last thing that I need to do? Well, notice how my x, it's almost by itself, but I still need to eliminate the 6, which is actually dividing by 6, right? Because it's multiplying. So I'm going to divide both of them by 6. And what happened with a 6 divided by 6? It goes to a 1, which means 1x. And 36 divided by 6 gives me a 6. So my answer is x equals 6. I'm going to write it down on the side. So I got the value for x, but that's not the answer because they asked me to find the area. And that's not yet. We're not close to the area. So what I need to do next, I gotta find the measurement for the length and the width. Okay? You can work it out right here on the boxes if you want. We can do it on the side. It's up to you. So I am gonna do length equals 2x plus 5, because remember that that's the expression that I'm using for length. I will replace x with a 6 and work it out. Okay, so that gives me 12 plus 5, and length is equals to 17. Okay, so basically what I did is I replaced x with a 6. What is the second thing that I need to do? Well, I need to find the width. And the width is represented with the expression x plus 1. So x will be replaced with a 6 plus the 1, and the width will be equals to 7. So what did I do here? Again, I replace x with a 6. So now I have both. I have the length. So this is the length. This is the width. Okay, so I can come back to my problem if you wish, and we can write down the numbers. So this is going to be 17, and the width is going to be 7. So now to find area, what do I do? Well, to find area, remember I wrote the formula a little bit earlier. So to find the area, I multiply length times width. So the length is 17 and the width is 7. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm replacing the length with the value that I found. I'm replacing the width with the value that I found. Now remember, all of these, we can go back and say, oh, these are feet, right? So make sure that we write down the feet. So I'm going to squeeze it somewhere over here, just to make sure that we don't forget that the measurement needs to be on feet, right? So my answer here will be A equals, go ahead and multiply 17 feet times 7 feet. I get 119. Now remember that my area is always going to be measured in square units, right? So I can write down square feet. But that, you can read it as a square feet, right? So let's look at the answer choices. And I do see that my answer for this is letter B. That will be the area for my rectangle.